Dr. Kemi Lawrence, it's Wednesday, the 30th of October, 2024. Let's talk about Davido's Rolls Royce and the first man guy. I'm going to explain it this way, guys. If you like, you can abuse me in the comments. During hardships, people have to be sensitive about what they promote, what they chase clout on, and all that. It is very, very important, and it's not Nigeria I'm talking about the whole world. The whole world is going through a hardship right now. In America, ask the Americans, $1 is equal to $1. But when you take $1 out of America, $1 is equal to what? $1,700, 700 naira in Nigeria, 16 or 17 in Ghana, different countries. $1 is not $1 outside Nigeria. So the Americans fully know how much suffering they're going through. The rents are high, the money's worth outside. And you saw what that American route, let's move to Africa. So we have to really think about what we're doing these days. I personally don't like Davido because of that incident in 2018, the disrespect and the 3 tweets, and he has never apologized, and I'm not forgiving him. I don't need to forgive him. Forgiveness is for remorseful people. So let that stay that way. I'm using him as an example because I see blogs who are supposed to be talking about what Tinubu is doing with the economy from 1,600 naira to 1,740 in 1 week. Blogs and media outlets are supposed to be discussing things like the GT Bank 1 trillion naira fraud that 4 journalists found. And then a 5th journalist, me, spoke about them to be released. And then GT Bank went for my video and blocked it in Nigeria. The amount of fraud and money stealing going on in Nigeria is phenomenal. And you're enjoying it because you're the ones that are going to suffer. Let me tell you that right now. I have a school on X. You can follow it, 2222 Media School. 2222 Media Institute is a school I started 2 years ago, and I teach people who are journalists or media professionals. I've trained entire TV stations in Nigeria. Some TV stations came to me and said they want the kind of numbers I have on Instagram, and I should train their staff how to post news and stuff. I did. You can't have my numbers overnight. It takes a lot of work, but when you're selecting news, some things are not newsworthy. This is not. And I know you're going to say it's because I don't like Davido. How many times a year does Davido bring a new car to Nigeria? Hasn't it been like 9, 10 times? Do we have to know? These things are not newsworthy. I saw Goldmine pushing this story. Wow, Davido's new car. This tweet, I actually cut it, okay? Because the top of this tweet said, "Welcome to Nigeria, Davido's Rolls Royce." You're welcoming somebody else's Rolls Royce to Nigeria and you're suffering and you can't even feed your own parents. The headline here from this guy's tweet, like I said, I cropped it. Davido's new Rolls Royce Spectre 2024 fully electric has arrived in Nigeria. And so what? Fully electric. You guys go as if this is the end of the world, okay? Fully electric in a country with no electricity, right? Why are you frustrating yourselves? According to him, it costs more than 627 billion naira. So you're promoting what Davido is telling you. You can look that up. Okay, you can look up what it's worth and then transfer it to your 1740 and it's 627 billion naira. Now, that kind of money can fund a lot of things. You can fund education so that you can be educated about the world. You can go out and work. Everybody should be able to work in another country, not just Nigeria. If you go and work in America as a plumber, you know you're rich. If you go to America to work as a truck driver, a trailer truck driver, you know you're rich. In Nigeria, how much do you make as a plumber? How much do you make as a truck driver? Get educated. Teach people how to do things. Teach people plumbing. Teach people driving. Teach them things. Don't promote rich people who are richer. Stop this nonsense, Nigeria. I know some of you are going to blast me that Davido. Start using your brain. Fuck Davido. Davido is not important. His father was friends with the president. Deji Adeleke was friends with Babangida. Babangida had some boys, they called them IBB's boys. Because he knew Nigeria was super rich in oil and he needed some of these petrochemical graduates to come and help him steal some of the oil and everything. Deji Adeleke studied petrochemical engineering in America, and he has a doctorate in it. He was one of IBB's boys. Then he moved home with Davido as a little boy and the mother. And at the end of the day, that oil block that he gave to Deji Adeleke became millions and millions of dollars. Like Folorunsho Alakija, the tailor, the woman who designed Mrs. Babangida's clothes, she got an oil block too, remember? Hers became billions too. Obasanjo just seized it, and she got almost 70% of it back, and she still made the billions. This is Nigeria's money. Stop it. You take Nigeria's money and you extend it and invest it and do all kinds of stuff with it. Everybody becomes rich. Their children don't know what happens. And I already figured that out. Davido's older brother is Adewale, chairman HKN, Adewale Adeleke. Did you see what Wale Adeleke tweeted me? Wale said, I'm a mumu woman. Don't I know that all the rich people in Nigeria had oil blocks? You see the mentality of rich children. All the people in Nigeria that are rich did not get oil blocks. Some of them actually worked for their money. Pastors don't have oil block. Pastors made their money through all the congregations, donations, and all the philanthropy they do in the communities and this and all this NGO stuff. Come on, people. We don't need anyone telling us someone has a 627 billion naira car. This car can be damaged in 5 minutes in a car accident. So start thinking. And this brings me to the First Bank guy. And I know this guy personally. He was a manager at the First Bank, and they laid him off because of the economy. Now, he's packing bread at a factory. Is it his factory? I don't know. But he's working, packing bread at a factory. Think about this, people. Stop flaunting wealth in Nigeria. You don't know where you can be tomorrow. Stop. So as I said earlier, Adewale Adeleke, that's his Grace's son, okay? Davido's father, many people don't know he has a lot of baby mamas as well, okay? And this is Grace. Grace was before Davido's mother, okay? And Grace didn't marry Adeleke. Grace had Wale out of wedlock. And that's why Wale is always called Davido's elder brother, the dark one. So when they were doing Ask Davido in January 2019, close to almost 6 years, and Davido's handle was I am Davido. I said, please answer all my questions plus this one. Is it true that Deji's success in the oil and gas business came from IBB's oil block gifts? Was it obtained with good faith like Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija? Because, Alakija came and talked about her own. And Adeleke has never said. So why not? And I asked him the question. I'm asking Davido the question. Look at what the brother is answering to me. Like I asked him. Mumu, every rich Nigerian gets oil block. You say you're a journalist, but you don't know how to do common research. Fake news. Wale Adeleke actually called my news fake news while thinking every rich Nigerian got an oil block. You see how children of rich people, how they think with no brain? People, start building yourselves. Start educating yourself. Start forming your own. Look at me as a journalist, independent. They won't hire me because they know I'll tell the truth. So I'm independent and I work on my own, using my money and begging for donations, crowdfunding to help me. You know what I mean? And I do a better job than them. But because they're rich, they feel, oh, yeah, Mumu, look at this. Look at this mentality. I hope you all saw Kid Wire educating people how to manifest out of poverty and make money. Imagine, Kid Wire's father, Terry Wire, was Abacha's confidant. Abacha kept so many millions of dollars with him. That's another way politicians do. I've told you about Ibru and Okotiebo. So when Abacha died, all the millions of dollars he was holding for Abacha became his. So he became a new billionaire. Kid Wire was born into that, and now he's thinking his father made money somehow and is doing manifesting. Leave these people alone and build yourself and start discovering money the right way. Thanks for listening.